Hey guys, how's it going? Chimera Gamer here to play some more Final Fantasy 14. Hopefully everybody's having a great night today, and thank you for joining me. I am getting ready to try to find the leader of this village. I have to try to find them. I believe the leader is named Tolby. I think I said that name right, but we'll see. Well, obviously I'm not Tolby. I mean, oops, I shouldn't have said that. You're meant to find out yourself who Tolby is, or if an Elector is even in the village at all. Good luck. I mean, that takes one. Let's see. Ah, a visitor from across the salt, if I'm not mistaken. Be warned, the alpacas will spit if you startle them. I suggest you keep your movements slow and deliberate. You think I might be Tolby? Ha! Well, maybe I am. All I will say is that in the village, none have reared more alpacas than I. Maybe? Hey, man, how's it going? Am I Tolby? Yes, that's me. Excellent work from the third promise and her entourage sharp instincts. Shall we commence the rite of success, then? It can't be that easy. We were supposed to find them, and you're trying to make it hard. I see we're both done with our interrogations. So who do you think it is? I have my suspicions, but let's hear your pick. I'm saying the diligent one. Ah, the worker who's so intent on stable chores. I had my eyes on that one too. Time to rip the mask off our mystery ranch hand, so to speak. We know it's you, Tolby, and to prove it, I propose a deal. A generous sum of coin for confirmation of your true identity. An offer I gladly accept. As you have correctly guessed, I am indeed Tolby, head ledger of the Wakachapicho, and head ledger of the family ranch. Sweet, I was right. Oh no, not the lag. Lag's evil. I am also one of Gulbald Jaw's chosen electors. Ah, aha, and a place featured in Tulpia's saga, just as we thought. I was right to trust in your instincts, and I wager this won't be the last time. She found you out fair and square, Tolby. And I'm glad she did. It would have been a pity had her bed ended here.
Deducing the Dunservant's elector was the first step of the feat. Too simple a task for this aspiring ruler, eh?
Right. Not hard at all.
She was having a hard time. Oh, he's here? Why does he have this mask down? Oh, never mind.
Zorolja.
I am told the head ledger, Tolby, is to be found here.
You have to guess which one of us is Tolby. That's part of the test.
Oh.
Dobley.
Without even asking a single question. Very impressive indeed.
Man, this guy's intimidating.
With that amusing prologue out of the way, we can proceed to the actual challenge. Per the Dawn Servant's instructions, I was free to devise any manner of feat. I considered a number of possibilities in the 10th column. But I think I have a good one.
Oh? I'm curious.
You must go forth and capture for me an alpaca.
What? But there's alpacas here. I'm confused.
While I've not had the best experiences with alpacas, aren't they generally docile creatures? That doesn't sound like much of a challenge.
For real. I'm so confused.
Bring out the example!
Oh, God. Is it going to be something horrible? It looks so cute.
This is a special kind of alpaca. Would you please approach the animal, third
Oh,
promise?
no. This is going to be bad, isn't it?
Who? Me? Well, it should stay calm if I stay calm, right? That's what Erinville said.
Nice, alpaca. Ah!
Ah! The little monster spat on me!
Oh, God. That's gotta be
Ah,
disgusting.
That stinks!
Oh,
I
no.
can't.
Oh, God. I can't imagine how bad that smells. Oh, shit. She knocked out.
Alpacas are paradoxical creatures, being both extremely curious and extremely cowardly.
Oof.
Press your luck when they're frightened, and you'll get a face full of spit. As you've all just witnessed.
God damn. How bad does it have to stink?
Stench their expectoration. The globs contain half-digested food, you see, making it an effective deterrent against perceived threats.
Oh, God. That sounds awful.
Wild valley breed like this one are especially timid and can therefore be quick to lash out.
How is
They're
that
also
funny?
especially hardy.
Indeed. We take the rugged wild alpacas and breed them with our gentle domesticated stock. This produces the strong but biddable pack animals prized by our traveling merchants.
Oh, God.
That's all well and good, but did I need to bathe an alpaca spit for you to make your point?
I mean, that's a fair question.
So, the task is to catch a wild alpaca.
That is correct. But be warned that it is a feat easier said than done.
Oh, for
I
fuck's
suggest you
sake.
prepare well before you enter the valley where the creatures dwell. And by you, I mean the claimants only. Allies are not permitted to assist with the catching. The alpacas will help me judge which of you is worthy of receiving a keystone.
I can't help at all? What the fuck?
So I'm to chase down a fluffy, spitting demon, and that somehow proves I'm fit to rule?
God.
As I said, the Dawn Servant granted me the freedom to decide my challenge.
So what you're saying is don't
And
get...
when you reach the end of the ride, I dare say you will understand why I chose what I chose.
So what you're saying is don't get near llamas or alpacas. Got it.
Very well. This won't take long.
Or so he says.
Wait! Didn't I warn you this was easier said than done? There are preparations to be made, factors to consider.
A beast is a beast. All yield to strength.
Oh, that's a problem right there. That's a horrible, horrible mindset.
So far, this experience has done absolutely nothing to improve my opinion of alpacas.
Poor Wilclamont.
But that doesn't mean I can't do this. Revolting spit aside, they're just another animal.
Yes, but you can't just rush at him, I believe.
Are you all right, Wilclamart? We thought we heard you scream.
Yeah.
The third promise does not scream. It was more of a startled yelp.
That's not much better.
Scream, in other words.
Did you find the Elector?
Oh, we certainly did.
She's not having a good time. I feel bad for her. Man. Just getting a face full of that spit must have been awful. Maybe? But I don't think she knows it. Zeraljaw puts me in mind of Garlemald's own exalted son. Of the two, though, Xenos was undeniably more arrogant. Ugh, I don't even want to think that they might be the same. Judging by the volume of Wilclamant's scream, alpaca exportation must have a nasty odor. Indeed. I'm content to remain ignorant of the smell. Yeah, I'm kind of in the same school of that. It's bad enough that I know that apparently they are awful. I'd rather not know how bad. So this is our sought-after elector. That is. They said remain calm was key, but the same rules don't apply to wild alpacas. You know, Ernville, that probably would have been nice to know earlier, but oh well. I was impressed with how easily Zlarjal found Tobley, but also sort of frightened. Yeah, turns out he might be a warmonger. That's not good. I've done my duty and assigned the claimants their feet. The rest is up to them. Yeah, Tobley here, the guy in charge of the challenge, says Wilclamant has to be the one to do it. It makes sense since she's one of the claimants, whatever they call them. One of the challengers. I'm just there to help her along. I have to go wash that nasty stuff off my face. I think I got all of it. But would you mind taking a sniff for me, just to make sure? The stench has ruined my sense of smell. Hey, I saw that look. She's just having a bad time, isn't she? So, can you still smell? Be honest. Ooh. Chromite hand, I think the hands are still good, yes. As Wilclamant's help demonstrated, the valley alpacas are wary of people. Getting close enough to catch one will not be an easy task. You might have warned me about that earlier. I've had enough trouble with tame alpacas. How do you expect me to wrangle a wild one? With the proper saddle, we infuse the leather with relaxing scent that soothes the spitting beast. Wonderful. Give me one of those then. Have you perhaps forgotten we are a clan of merchants? If you want a taming saddle, then you need to find a saddler and make them an offer. They don't come cheap, of course. Crafting a saddle will cost you the equivalent of 10 pel, in the thousands column. Oh shit! You mean 10,000 pel? I don't have that kind of coin. Converting to gil, that comes to around 1 million or so. Maybe if we all pitched in. Holy shit. Really? That's an odd delay. Normally don't have that much of a delay. I wonder what's going on with Twitch. Like, everything looks good on my end. Like, I even have it where it says there's no delay. No. This is my feat to accomplish. I wouldn't feel right about having others pay the cost. I'll find the money somehow. In that case... that basket of wool is worth the sum you paid me earlier. 1 pel in the hundreds column. Beginning with the wool, you can trade for even more valuable goods, until you have something suitable to bargain with the saddle. So that's a nice gesture, but you think I could turn 100 pel into 1 million? That's 10,000 times more. We need 10,000 pel, not 1 million. So we're looking at 100 times more. Oh right, I panicked and got confused with Alpha Note's million gil. I'm not so sure about this trading idea. You're almost talking to buying a cloak you did not need for the moment you arrived. But I hate it when you're right. Then let me help you with your deal making. Oh, hello again. Mablue. I worked here as a ranch hand, but I've also learned a lot about the peddler profession. It's alright if I aid them now, yes? I guided the claimants towards the first step of the feat, like you asked. Oh, yeah. That's not cool at all. I hate when they throttle data. As long as Lookamont goes alone to capture her alpaca, she is free to accept assistance from whoever she likes. Hooray! Let's see about getting you that saddle then, Third Promise. I don't know why you made an offer, but I could use an ally with a beak for bargains. Welcome aboard, Mablue. Should the rest of us stay behind, perhaps? It may be easier to haggle over prices without so many voices chiming in. Yes, stay here and pitch in with the ranch work. With Mablue gone, I'll need extra hands to tend to the alpacas. Gladly. Although Maxwell, I think you should go with Clement. You see markets and bazaars the world over, and surely have sage advice to share. Yeah, I guess. In that case, you should also hunt to the alpaca wool. If it's misplaced or soiled in some way, you have nothing to bargain with. As if I'd do such a thing, but I'll leave the wool with Maxwell anyway. Better to keep my hands free. To begin, I suggest we try to trade the wool to Havli, the saddler. He won't agree to the deal, of course, but it'll give us an idea how much he'll accept for his wares. Oh man, I don't know what's going on, but I feel like I'm fighting something. Like, I went to a party yesterday, a wedding party, and since this morning, I even woke up real early because I couldn't stay asleep. And my throat's been getting scratchy, I've been thirsty, on the verge of feeling like my nose is about to start running, but man, it's just not been easy. Just keep drinking water, and maybe, hopefully, it will get better. This is the artisan who makes our taming saddles. Is it really possible to make 100 times what the wool is worth just through trading? Something I could do for you. We've come to bargain. I need one of your special taming saddles to catch a wild alpaca. A saddle, is it? And how will you be paying for it? With this basket of fine alpaca wool. What use does a saddle maker have for wool? Besides, this would barely cover the cost of a single strap buckle. Offer me something I actually want. And what that might be. Mezcal. I like to nurse a cup of tea at a day's end while inspecting my finished work. Bring me a jug of quality stuff and you got yourself a deal. Mezcal? This bodes well for us. Such mezcal can be had for only 5 pella in the thousands column. Hold on. Did you say third promise? Then my offer has changed. The saddle is going to cost you a jug of premium mezcal, aged 3 years at least. Okay, hold on. 3 years? That stuff is valued at 10,000 pella or more. Why have you doubled the price? Because I must support the man of ambition who's seen my business prosper. Zarajal will go to war, and his cavalry will need saddles. Lots of saddles. I thought mezcal was different than tequila. But I might be wrong. It's nothing personal, third promise, but I won't sell you my craft for anything less than my asking price. That's price gouging, my friend. Can't say that I blame him. I'm known for championing peace, and peace is unlikely to bring him more customers. Those of our grandparents' generation remember the dark days when the clans were at war. Many of these Pelus pray for your victory, Waklamont. The younger ones, though, to them, strife and bloodshed are as children's stories. They think themselves safe from those horrors and take peace we now enjoy for granted. Still, others are unsatisfied with the quiet prosperity and crave the future the second promise envisions. They become obsessed with the innovations like the dirigibles that have made trade swift and easy. Then you have those like Havil, convinced that the first promise plans for conquest will afford them opportunities for great profit. But what about you, Mablu? Aren't you the younger generation? At least a year or two younger than me, I'd say. Oh, I was raised on the old tales. I memorized the accounts of what it was like when the Yokhul ruled our village. That's why I offer to help. I want you to become Dawn's servant, to keep our nation from going back to the way it was. Well then, I guess I better make sure I win the contest. But the type the mezcal the saddler wants is so very expensive. We weren't expecting to need tens of thousands pel from the outset. Nothing's changed. We just need to get on with it. I mean, I may not have a head for trade or the stomach for alpacas, but I won't give up with the piece of tualo on the line. Then neither will I. We will make you Dawn servants. Aiming for the 10,000 pel jug right away will only bring us failure and frustration. So let's first try exchanging the wool for anything even a touch more valuable. The trick is to find someone who needs alpaca wool and is willing to trade at a loss to acquire it. Someone who supports your bid for the throne, for instance. Okay, that makes sense. Oh, he might be willing. Of course, the Weaver. Well, Knock was his name, I believe. He went out of his way to say he agreed with my vision, and he was here to buy wool. I think I remember the direction he was going, but for now, let's head back to the road where you first met him. Alright, let's go find that Weaver. I gotta say, this place is really quaint. I really like it. Also, it's very unusual to see high-level peaceful creatures, because most of the time in 14, the only time you'll see peaceful creatures is in the beginner cities. Is this where you met the Weaver? This is the spot. After Bloodknock talked to us, he walked off to the south. Then he was probably going to Lakuva's Inn. Most visitors in Wakajipilo end up staying there. Let's go and check, shall we? But yeah, I am loving this expansion so far. Like, I love the locales. The music's great. I don't understand why people are so upset with the storyline, though. I think it's because they are not the main focus on it anymore. Which, honestly, I'm okay with that. You have it tattooed? That's awesome. Okay. Oh, this is a nice looking inn, actually. I hope he's willing to offer something wonderful in exchange. Ah, we meet again. But wait, were you all on your way to Wachopilo? Can I have that basket, Maxwell? Here you go. Thanks. Now let's see what we can turn to profit. Well, Knock, I'm glad we found you. Are you interested in making a trade? Third promise you. You wish to do business with me? Might I ask what this is all about? I see. So the goal is to turn that basket of wool into a jug of 3-year-old premium mezcal. Then allow me to invest in your efforts. What? Peace in Tiral is which allows me to cross freely into the lands of suppliers. Naturally, I would prefer that one pledge to preserve the peace within the throne. Thus, I humbly offer this wool poncho, a small token that I pray contributes to your victory. Oh, that's fine craftsmanship. A garment like that would fetch 5 pel in the hundreds column, so 500 pel. That's very generous, Bulknet. Thank you. I promise I won't let you down. I have every faith in you, Third Promise. May fortune bless you for your future dealings. Well, that's certainly an improvement. Can't believe you quintupled your investment with your first deal. We're off to a spectacular start. Only because Maxwell remembered our Weaver friend. All I did was hand over the wool. That's not true. The connections you build with people are vital. This is one of the most fundamental precepts of training, one which you instinctively master. Yeah, for something that intricate, you need to find a really good artist. You think so? I know so. Now let's take our 500 pel poncho and trade for something even more valuable. Here, Maxwell, you take the poncho. If I lost it somehow, Ehrenfeld would never let me hear the end of it. All set. Our next deal is waiting to be found. No. Seriously? They made a whole new animation just for that. That's funny. We turned 100 pel into 500. I know it's only 5 times more, but it feels like 500 times more. If only. I'm just thankful we have people that like the podcast, so thank you for the support. You have no idea how much that means. Leveraging connections is a sound strategy, but we should also consider supply and demand. An individual in urgent need of a good poncho will offer more than a merchant simply looking to stock his shelves. That makes sense, but how do we know if someone needs a poncho? They aren't wearing one? That's the obvious answer, isn't it? We'll look for a person without a poncho and hope they're eager to buy ours. Yes, there you go. We find a demand for our supply. So, where should we begin our search for prospective buyers? There are a number of places, but we could do worse than starting right here at the inn. There might be interested travelers. Who here needs a poncho? A lot of the Mamoja wear anything to begin with. Those probably Landsguard or sellswords. Mamaja, who soldiered for a living, prefer not to wear much above the waist. It hampers their movements. So even to have bare shoulders, Mamaja carrying arms can be struck off the list. Maybe this one. Let's see. No coat or cloak, but also no weapon. Oh, we might have a winner. Oh there, friend. You're not a mercenary by trade, right? I was curious about your bold choice of dress, or lack thereof. Oh, it was no choice of mine, believe me. I was attacked by beasts on the way here, and barely escaped with my scales intact. My coat was not so lucky. I'm actually a toolmaker from Tuloyo, and was dressed quite smartly, all the better to show that Pelu I'm a man who takes pride in his appearance, and therefore his work as well. But not look at me. Well, sir, this is your lucky day. What a splendid poncho! This would be a perfect replacement for the coat I lost. We'd be willing to part with it, if you'd like to make a trade for one of your fine tools, perhaps. What about this hatchet? I crafted it myself and would vouch for its quality. The blade looks sharp, the haft well made. I'd value at 1 pellet in the thousands column. Hey, we just doubled our value. Oh, 500 to 1,000. We have a deal. Wonderful. A fine garment such as this should put me on evening footing with the Pelu merchant. Like the eponymous owner of Bayplu's mate garden. For one, her field hands use hatchets to harvest the mate, and I thought to impress her with the tool I sold you. No matter, I have other wares to sell. Glad I am to met you. Well, I guess we just found out. Yeah, that's something we don't typically talk about. It was just a weird thing. Like, I don't even remember what it was about. Like, honestly, it was better off without him. Like, he just didn't mesh well with the rest of us, if that makes sense. Like, he was very argumentative. Did you hear that? We've already found our next buyer. To Maple Meat Garden we go. Yes, but it's a fair distance on foot. We should take alpacas. Oh, you're good. It's just something that it comes to mind every once in a while. Like, it makes no sense to me with the way things went. These ones will be the calm type, right? I hope so. Well, we doubled our money. Let's see if we can add an extra 0 next time. Jeez, being a merchant's tough. Here we go again. Riding alpacas. Well done recognizing the toolmaker as a potential customer. If you mind to change professions, you make an excellent merchant. I'm good. Let's see. Yep, no good. So we're just gonna desynth that. I don't think I have any of this. Oh, I do. Never mind. Nightwing was actually before my time. If I they never really talked much about that one. Like, apparently they just was bad at time management, if I understand right. But yeah, it just would not show up at games, and it was very unreliable, so yeah, they had to cut him. We've been doing well so far. Even Tobley would have to agree. Wilcamont stills herself with the right to find your next training partner. Before we get moving, you should be the one to hold this. With that, I suppose we should hop on the alpacas Amably was so kindly provided. If I'm going to catch a wild alpaca after this, I can't be shying away from the tame ones. Not that I'm scared of them, you understand? Or their nasty, disgusting, foul-smelling spit. Are you sure? She sounds not a fan of them. Ready to go? Let's mount up. And it's off to the mate fields we go. Please don't spit. Please don't spit. You'll be fine. These ones are accustomed to people. I still don't trust them. You have a knack for riding, no matter what you say. Without our alpaca friends, we Paley would never have become traveling merchants. Can you imagine walking all the way across Tural? I swear, the mountain is too tall for it to be real. It is massive. Work some more, wasn't that the name? A forbidding sight, isn't it? One I never appreciate up close. You have to take the long way around the cliffs to get there. To the highlands belong to the Yakul. So Nabalu, you said you were learning about the peddler profession. You don't care for ranch work? No, I love it. I love working with alpacas. But becoming a peddler has always been a dream of mine. It's just, I'm not sure how I have talent for it. If I can help you buy the taming saddle, though, then it'd be better be proof that I can do this after all. In that case, you best get ready to be a merchant. Look, we're almost there. Oh, yeah. God. That was rough. We made it, without a single smelly incident. I sent the alpacas back to Isuville's inn, so we'll walk along the main road when we return to the village. Speaking of roads to travel, you were dropped by the Dawn Servant, weren't you, Third Promise? That I was. Then perhaps you understand I was orphaned too, you see? Tobley took me in. He took in all the ranch hands, actually. Oh, wow. All of them? Yes, and everyone works hard at their chores, grateful for the opportunity to repay the head ledger's generosity. Yet here I am, the only one wanting to go off and be a merchant. I'm sorry, I don't know why I'm telling you this. We need to keep trading things for your saddle if you're to prepare for the feat of gold. As it's mate's harvesting season, they can't have too many quality hatchets. Into that walk Lamont's way with people, we should have no trouble making a favorable deal. That's Maple herself over there. Pass the hatchet to the Third Promise, and let's get to bargaining. Did you give the hatchet back to Luck Lamont? We should let her do the talking. To what do I owe this honor? You have that little axe for me? Here you go. Thanks. Now let's see what we can do with the gift for it. You're Maplu, the owner of these fields? I have a mind to trade if you're interested. Well, the Third Promise. I might be convinced to entertain a proposal. What do you have on offer? This hatchet, forged by a seasoned artisan. The razor edge of this exceptional tool will make light work of your crops. The quality is acceptable, I suppose. I offer you a large stack of mate leaves in exchange. A stack of mate leaves is valued at 1 pellet in the thousands column, same price as the hatchet. Still would bring us no closer to Mescal. If I may, Mistress Maple, it's harvesting season. It's harvesting season, is it not? Does not the demand for hatchets afford them a higher value? It's indeed the season, which is why I procured an ample batch of tools well in advance. We missed the window for demand. In that case, we'll have to fall back on the connections. Think of it this way. Generous deal here will put you in the Third Promise's good graces. Surely that's worth a consideration. I do not wish to give offense, but I must tell you that I stand with the Second Promise. His innovations will improve every aspect of our lives, I believe including in farming. And I will no longer have need of hatchets. I assure you that I have nothing but respect for Wook Lamont. That's why I'm prepared to purchase a spare hatchet at fair price. I suppose it is fair for giving you reason, but we ourselves would be no better off for this transaction. How about this then? If we were to help bring in your harvest, would you give us a better deal? As a matter of fact, I would. Until Kona's reforms come about, I can always use more hands in the fields. So you can go ahead and add our labor to the bargain. Added values to the tip of the scales. How could I have forgotten one of the most basic rules of trading? You can rest here if you like, Blue. Maxwell and I have mate to gather. What the heck is mate? Oh no, I'm helping too. Off to the fields then, and mind you pick the healthy leaves. I'll take 5 good bundles from each of you. I wonder if that's their way of saying agave plants. Let's see. Oh, it's probably... I'm going the wrong direction. I wasn't sure Maple Leaf would bite, but it goes to show that you never know until you try. Well, these are definitely not agave plants. Kind of curious what that if they are real plants or not. Okay. Okay. Apparently there's something called yerba mate, and it's found in South America. And they do kind of look like this. They make like a tea. They make a tea with their leaves. Alright, let's go turn in our hard labor. You brought me some more leaves then? Let's see. Here we go. An acceptable harvest. We'll see how your companions fare before I make any decisions, though. Here, we brought our share as well. Thank you, Third Promise. This is more than enough to hold your end of the bargain. Now it's time to honor mine. After the value of your labor to the price of the hatchet, prepared to offer you a full sack of our highest grade mate leaves. Premium mate. Bought at the shop, one sack of those leaves would cost no less than 5 pel in the thousands column, so 5,000 pel. Nice. Then we could bid farewell to this hatchet. I'll give it a good home. Talk of the contest aside, I'm glad we can come to a mutual agreeable trade. As am I. All the best with the rest of your harvest. Who knows, this might make her change her mind. My Blue, what's wrong? As if I was saying before, even after everything Toby's done for me, I plan to abandon it all and become a merchant. But then I need your help after getting a basic rule of trade. How can I expect Toby to accept my decision then? Have you mentioned your plans to leave? Not exactly. I wanted to prove I could succeed as a peddler before I declared my intentions. I seek to follow in my father's footsteps, but not because he expects it of me. I want to preserve Totodala's peace and becoming Dom's servant happens to be the best way to do it. You should live a life of your own choosing, and I wouldn't be surprised if Toby held the same opinion. So talk to him. You're right. It's better to find out for sure than worry over what he might say. Thank you for the advice. But first, we have a saddle to buy. I want that success under my belt so I can be sure of my decision. What's next then? We try to trade our leaves for something halfway to 10,000 pel. No, I think we're close enough now. I say we go straight for the premium mezcal. Really? Bargain away into double the value, eh? Think you could do it? Trust me, I will make this trade work. I admire your third promise. That you're holding your own against such strong competition for the throne is inspiring. Am I really holding my own against Kona and Zaraja? I mean, of course I am. I am Wook Lamont, of the Dawn Promise, after all. She's kind of hard on herself sometimes, I think. Like, yeah, there's... Jeez, 5 times. It just seems to be, to me, that she's very unsure of herself most of the time. Like, and she's just put on a front. Oh, okay. Thanks for stopping by, though. Hope everything's alright. I've never been one to take it slow. Once I have a goal in mind, it's full speed ahead. Full speed ahead till we find the prophet. Damn it. A friend of mine does that all the time, and now he's got me doing it. Wook Lamont has her eye on a jug of premium mezcal. Before we go, let me give you the mate leaves. I don't need to risk proving Annabelle's point. Ready then? Our next stop is to Mezcal Distillery. Alright, to the Mezcal Distillery, wherever that's like. Oh, definitely not. Look at those cactar. Let's see, northwest. Do we miss one? Is it like right up here? To the west. Oh, yep, it's right there. I was so focused on finishing the quest that I didn't even see it. Alright. That's the first one. Where's the next one? East. Right in the direction we're going. Let's see, how far away? Oh, it's like right there. But we also don't want to lose the chance of finding the Aether Current, so let's just keep going this way. Okay, northeast. Oh, hope everybody's alright. Let's see. Oh, it's right up there. Alright, how do I get up there? Looks like I have to go a long way. Man, that's a weird looking plant monster. Let's not mess with it. Gotta eat some food. Okay, that's good. Well, it's not good that she crashed and missed the turn, but I'm glad to hear that she's doing alright. Alright, now for the next spot. I may not be able to go that direction. We'll see. Like, we're pretty far away, but we'll see. Yeah, we're not going the opposite direction, so we're just gonna go do this. Oof. The smell of this mezcal is overpowering. The fumes alone are making me dizzy. Well, we'll want to speak with a man by the name of Gobli. Even among his fellow distilleries, he regarded as master of the craft. He knows the value of his product, so if we were to convince him to trade for twice what leaves are worth, we're going to need to target. Going to need to targeted information. That means asking around and talking and gossip. If you could talk to people who are in the distillery, Maxwell, perhaps Will Clement could do the same in the village entrance. Meanwhile, I'll head to the north side and see what I can learn. Alright, time to talk to some drunks, I guess. Me? I'm a chef from Tulalial. I often come here to buy Gobil's mezcal, the finest in Tural, according to my customers. He always brings out a jug during our dealings, but I can't handle the stuff too well myself. I'll take small sips, not want to be impolite, you understand, but still end up so addled as to agree whatever price he quotes me. Oh, it would be nice to have less potent refreshments during such conversations. I also might have to be seriously reconsidering our arrangements. Interesting. So he brings out his product to liquor people up so he has a better deal. Gobli might be deft-handed in distilling, but he's got no sense when it comes to appearances. Rumor has he has been invited to the palace for business negotiations. If he presents himself in the court wearing his usual rumpled attire, though, he'll be laughed out of sun perch. Okay, so it sounds like all he cares about is work. Which, that's fair. There's not much I say about Gobli, but I can tell you that what Gobli's been saying. The other day he was muttering about monsters prowling around agave jaws. That's the field where they gather ingredients for the mezcal. The presence has made it harder to procure said ingredients, thus driving up the price for this product. A boon, some might argue, but it's hard to celebrate when it affects the work as it does. Can't rightly bring joy to people if you can't keep making the thing they love. Interesting. Maybe if we clear out the monsters in that area, he might give us a decent price. Oh, there you are. Oh, wow. I don't think I worked on a farm, but I never had to handle a heavy equipment. Plus, I have some friends that work in compounds like that, and y'all do some heavy hard work. My respect. Like, the most I ever deal with is, like, just helping with, like, crops. Never anything with livestock or big surface area of crops. It was just, like, a small family farm. So, what did you find out? Oh, we can make use of all these tidbits. The deal is as good as sealed. As for me, I found out where Gobley is working. There's a millstone at the top of the slope behind the distillery. You go on ahead and I'll bring local Lamont. Well, this is actually the perfect time for a quick break. So everybody take the time to go use the restroom, grab something to drink, something to eat, and I'll be right back. And we're back. Hopefully everybody was able to grab something to refresh themselves and doing all right. Also, Hector, thanks for stopping by. Hopefully everything's going all right with the fam. And we're gonna continue on with the trading quest we're doing. because there's certainly not a lot of combat going on. Let's see. We're supposed to find somebody named Gobly who makes mezcal. Can't go there. Is he up there? Where the heck is he? Maybe he's like really up there. Ah, there he is. You have business with me, sir. Why don't we talk down below so as not to distract the alpaca from his work? This should be interesting, because I heard that he likes to liquor up his, the people he likes to negotiate with. Now, what's this about? Keep it brief if you would. I'm a busy man. We're in the market for a 3-year-old jug of premium mezcal. Assuming you have any on hand, that is. Ah, an excellent choice of... I must warn you, though. It doesn't come cheap. We don't have Pel, but we can offer a sack of mate leaves in exchange. It's top-grade stuff, like the mezcal. No deal. Mate leaves are well and good, but I don't have any use of them. No deal? Just like that? Still, I hate to send you away empty-handed. Why don't we sit and chat a while over a cup of mezcal? I mean, if he wants to give free booze... Now the real bargaining begins. Which of our cards do you want to play first? Let's try the distaste for strong drink. I appreciate your hospitality, but I'm afraid I can't hold my drink. I heard one of your regular customers, a Habogi chief, is the same. Seeing as not everyone can enjoy mezcal, I wonder if you might benefit from having other refreshments to offer. Something like mate tea, for instance, and brewed from the finest leaves, of course. Ah, you're right. Absolutely right. I had noticed a growing reluctance on the part of my Habogi friend, but I didn't realize that myself was to blame. I myself endeavored to be a better host. Still, even with the added value in mind, no sack of leaves is worth the mezcal you're after. Should we offer to call the monsters and cause them in trouble? Not yet. We'll keep that card up our sleeve until we need it. As I expect you're aware, the rite of succession is currently taking place. That's why the third promise has graced us with her presence. When the contest is decided, the subsequent ascension ceremony and the banquet will be a prestigious affair. If your mezcal were to be served there, it would bring you distillery immeasurable fame. Wait. Could it be that your rumored invitation to the palaces discussed the very possibility? As a matter of fact, yes. I must admit, I'm still reeling from the abruptness of it all. It would be a great honor and opportunity if I could secure the deal. Well, I should think your exceptional mezcal would speak for itself. That said, there's no such thing as being too prepared. With first impressions last. And you want to be wearing your very best when you walk into a ball show. It'd be such a shame to miss the chance of a lifetime simply for one of proper garments. That it would. Are you saying you have garments to offer? Something ideal for court? We have no garments on hand, I'm afraid, but we can provide you with the next best thing. An introduction to a weaver. His name is Bolnock, and his works are highly regarded in Tulao. Oh yeah, no problem, man. I was happy to be there. Right now, I'm just trying to trade up items so I can get Mescal, so I can trade items again. As a supporter of local Lamont and keen observer of palace politics, he would doubtlessly be happy to guide you in the selection of an outfit to fit the golden occasion. That is certainly a tempting proposal, and one of which I should like to take full advantage, but the scales are still aren't quite balancing. Say, weren't there monsters running amok in agave jaws? That's a problem we could easily solve for you. Truly, I would be most grateful for your immediate assistance. I was resigned to hiring sellswords to clear them out. Factoring in the saved expense and an introduction to a trusted weaver, this is shaping up to be a sound bargain. Alright, you have a deal. Yes, I knew you'd come around. Give us a moment and Maxwell and I will take care of those prowling nuisance. In the meantime, I'll use the time to pen an introductory letter to Voldnak. It is, like, we had to trade up from some wool to a a poncho to a hatchet to a bag of tea leaves. Now we're doing this to get his Mescal. And with that Mescal, we'll have a special saddle that this person needs to complete a challenge. In the meantime, I'll use the time to pen an introductory letter to Bolnak. The fields you're looking for are just north of Huachapelo. Be safe. God, some of the names in this game are so brutal to pronounce. It really is, but compared to what my guy has done over the years in this game, it's very easy work. Like, literally in the last expansion, I had to fight a literal personification of despair that was trying to destroy the galaxy. That was fun. So, just trying to do some trades is short and easy work. Okay, there's Lamont. Now we just need to find those monsters. Also, where are we at on Aether Currents? Northeast? Nice, we're pretty close. That should be Agave Jaws, just over there. This will go faster if we split up. Come and find me once you finish clearing your share of the pests. Okay. Now we just need to find these Aether Currents around here. Something tells me it's going to be, says about 138 yards east, so it's probably going to be like over in this direction. Oh man, that's a mean looking mole. There we go. God, I love how this sword turns into a twin blade. I hate when I get a flying mount and I can't fly in the area. Let's see. Lots of agave plants around here. Looks like we got another mole in the area. Alright. Now we got one more spot to go, so it should be pretty close. Right up here. Yeah, trying this versus a civilization-ending entity, this is nothing. Alright. God damn it. It says it's east, so... Oh, it's right up there. Sorry, we'll come out. We'll be right back. Oh, man. I don't know what's going on, but I feel like I'm fighting a cold that's trying to come on. Oh, that's new. I never got a chance to play to use those new abilities. Every time I've been in a dungeon or something, like, my abilities have been lower level synced. So, that was pretty cool. Alright, where's the next one? South. So, it's probably going to be right around here, which we'll check on later. Compared to the creatures I hunted with Papa, this was no challenge at all. Like, they're just pests. They're literal pests. Come on, let's head back to the distillery. All that's left is to give Mablue the sack of leaves so she can seal the deal. Alright. Man, I wish this type of teleportation system was in every game. It makes traveling so much better. Okay. Go on, give Blue the sack of leaves so she can seal the deal. Finished already? Even hardened mercenaries could have taken longer. I mean, they're not me, that's why. Those monsters were no trouble for you. These monsters were no trouble for you, it seems. Now if I could just have the sack of leaves. Here you go. Thank you for looking after our precious trading goods. Man, that was a long training run. Your monster problem has been resolved. Master Gobley, here are the mate leaves and written introduction to Bull Neck, as agreed. Then the deal is done. Here, your jug of premium mezcal aged 3 years. Please accept it with my compliments. I wonder what 3-year-old mezcal tastes like. It's gotta be smooth. Yes, we finally have the mezcal. Great work. Especially you, Mablue. You were the one that inspired me to come this far. But let's not celebrate until we have the saddle in hand. Mablue, is it? You drive a hard bargain, young peddler. I look forward to doing business with you in the future. Thank you, but truth be told, I'm just a ranch hand. For now, for now. Should I ever become a proper merchant, though, I'll be back to strike more deals with you. It's like this whole expansion has basically become a coming-of-age story for others, whereas my dude, what's known as the Warrior of Light, is there watching it. And honestly, I'm a fan of this. Woof! That's an expensive jug of mezcal. I'm satisfied with our trade, and I trust you are too. Should you have need more mezcal, you know who to come to. Master Gobley's praise makes me confident I could be a peddler after all. Well, a bit more confident than before at least. And we'll probably not get any of these. Ooh, ice blue. Kind of curious what that looks like. Even at the palace, I don't think I've held 10,000 pel jug of anything before. My hands won't stop shaking. Here, you better hold on to it until we get to the saddle maker. Yeah, we don't want to risk of her dropping it. Aha, can you imagine if we dropped it and had to start all over again? Luckily, Havil's place is not too far. We just need to head across the plaza. Why did she have to say that? Why? Now there's that chance that something might go wrong. I mean, seriously, why do you have to jinx that? Next thing you know, it's probably going to happen. The third promise looks ready to trade the mezcal now. My price is final. Bring me a jug of premium mezcal. We'll go bargain with another saddle maker. This is it. The trade we've been working towards. Look, Lamont, please do not drop this. Whew, still in one piece. Right. Time to make our deal. Get your tools ready, Saddler. We brought your precious mezcal. Wait, you actually got your hands on a jug, but you had nothing, a few measly clumps of wool. What we had was an aspiring trader with a gift of negotiation. Although I sooner aid no claimant but Zaral Jaw, I cannot go against the guiding principles of the Pelu Pelu. The trade is a fair one. Oh, craft your saddle. Great. Stay and wait if you like. I have all the required materials, so this won't take long. I honestly thought he was going to back out with that look. Your commission is ready. Catching a wild alpaca is never a simple affair, but you'll have an easier time of it with one of my saddles. Now, if you don't mind, I have other work that needs finishing. I can taste that smooth mezcal already. I don't think I ever had mezcal, so I'm kind of curious what that's like. We did it! The saddle is ours! And to think we started out with only a 100-pelt basket of alpaca wool. Well, Blue, you're going to be an incredible merchant. Thank you. It makes me so glad to hear you say that, third promise. We got what we came for, so let's return to the ranch. The others will be waiting. Oh my goodness. All this for a saddle, y'all. Alright. I swear to God, this better be worth it. If she fails this contest, I'm gonna be pissed. Let's tell them the good news. Looks like everyone's been pitching in with the alpacas. You've been away for some time. I'm assuming training was productive? I made a mistake of startling one and caught a glob of spit for my trouble. I began to understand Wokelmont's aversion to the animals. Oh yeah, alpaca spit is disgusting. Tobley and Annabelle have been teaching us how to care for alpacas. One gentle girl ate the feed straight from my hand. You required to settle then? Yes, and thanks in no small part to Mablu. Before you rush off to catch an alpaca, though, let me teach you how to settle one. I'll bring one of our wild-born friends so you can practice. Oh, this is gonna suck, isn't it? I know. This is something I need to learn. Oh my god, this music? Really? It's just an alpaca. Great sucking gods, I did it. Nicely done. He hardly seemed bothered by, much less inclined to spit, as if it was completely accepting of Will Clement's touch. That's because of the singular scent of which the saddle has been coated. Alpacas find it very soothing. You know, I've never taken a good long look at one of you before, but you're actually kind of cute. You're only now noticing that? Sutter Jaw, he's back. What the heck is that? Having done exactly what he set out to do. The pack he's brought, is it just me or is it glowing? I've heard tales of such a beast. They say the golden alpaca lives a solitary existence deep in the valley, where it shuns the company of both man and its own kind. What, you just stared down the thing? How do you manage to snare a prize like that? A beast knows its betters. Faced with overwhelming strength, it would yield rather than risk death. An apt illusion of how greatly the power of the first promise exceeds yours, Will Clement. Oh, fuck you. Strength alone won't win him our father's throne. I'll be the one to find the Golden City, and then Tyrell can remain at peace. An everlasting desire for peace can only be forged into fires of war. To unite as one, the people must be taught. They must suffer the horror and the hopelessness firsthand. Exhaustion from prolonged conflict. The wages of war's merciless nature. These are what moved the clans to join the founding of Tyrell all these years ago. Consider the younger generation of this village. Since birth they have basked the unbroken harmony, and behold, they regard war not as tragedy, but opportunity. Thus does the resilient son seek to provide education. He offers much-needed lessons in the realities of conquest and renewed appreciation for peacetime. That's a horrible, horrible mindset. 'Tis true the war's misery breeds a longing for peace. But I've seen with my own eyes what becomes an empire forged through the violence you propose. The rebellions it spawned, and the ruins left behind. The Gallian Empire was a congregation of simpletons. The oppressed fought back against their oppressors, as well as they should. Men are not beasts. Only a fool would seek to rule over all with the threat of force alone. That is why Gobojaw did not elevate the Mamajaw, why he treated all clans with equal respect. However, the first promise has his gaze fixed upon distant horizons. He would unite not only Talal, but the star in its entirety. So global domination is the plan here? Not while I'm still here. Why? I need not explain myself to you. Oh, well done indeed. The first promise has completed the feat of gold with an appropriately golden flourish. May I present you to your much-deserved keystone? Yeah, I don't like this guy. He's always been like that, never sharing his innermost thoughts with me or even with Kona. It's like we're not even family. Could never agree with Zarojal. I want to allow it to be a land of peace, now and always. I agree. A golden alpaca in the flesh, like the Golden City. I thought them children's tales. What kind of idiot thinks that the world could be united with war? Even most Garleans have since realized that their conquests were a mistake. Zarajal is willing to go to war with his twisted vision of peace. But should he achieve this peace, then what? So much of our star has begun to embrace recognition and rebuild. This would-be warlord would thrust us all back into turmoil. We cannot allow it to happen. I pondered Zarajal and his mysteries later. Right now, I need to think about finishing the feat of gold. I have my saddle. I practice how to use it, so lead on to where the wild alpacas roam. The valley of Oranchata is northwest of here. Come on, everyone. Even when we can't enter ourselves, we can see Lamont off onto our hunt. Alright, let's head on over. Let's see. Okay, we're gonna have to go around. But yeah, I don't know about you all, but I don't like what Zarojal is like talking about. Like, sure, the whole United World thing is kind of nice and all, but the concept of how he's doing it, that's not how lasting peace is made. How deep do you think the valley is? I glanced over the edge on the way here, but the mist was too thick to even speculate. I've never set foot beyond this point. The valley is said to be home to fiends far more ferocious than spitting alpacas. Aronka is a steep and treacherous place, so only those with the head ledger's blessings are permitted to go there. Zarojal may have caught his alpaca first, but that doesn't mean Wilclamont is out of the running. She could do this. Malblue's right. The least we could do is to let Wilclamont know we're cheering for her.
Good luck there, Promise!
Thanks. I'll need it. Truth be told, still not sure about alpacas. I'd rather not go near one if I can help it. But if I'm to rule this nation, then I'll need to learn how to live with them. Tural was their home too.
I think she's got this.
Right. I'm off.
So, shall we head back to the ranch, or...?
I'm staying here.
Same.
As will I. Wilclamart is alone in this. The least we can do is stand watch and await her return.
Agreed. Like, I think that's the best thing that we could do.
It may be a while yet.
Help me pitch the tent.
Sounds good. Damn.
Trust a gleaner to come prepared for anything.
No kidding.
What's a gleaner?
Someone whose job it is to travel the world and procure uncommon things for their employers. Erenville specializes in finding animals, I believe.
But aren't you a Shitona from Shaktural? Why did you cross the salt?
That's an interesting question, actually.
When I was much younger, the thought of leaving Tural never even occurred to me. But then, some years ago, my mentor tasked me with a difficult hunt. Something I could never find, she said, so long as I clung to the familiar. She suggested that I leave home, leave Tural, and join the Gleaners of Sharlian. As one of their number, I could experience the world, immerse myself in myriad cultures and customs, see the many faces of nature. And once I had learned what is truly important, I would find that which I seek. My younger self took those words to heart, and off I went to become a gleaner.
Her words alone moved you to leave behind everything you'd ever known? You must have great respect for your mentor.
For real, who was this mentor?
As it happens, gleaner work was much to my liking. And I all but forgot why I had pursued it in the first place. Yet, events conspired to put me back on the trail I'd abandoned.
Wait, are you saying you were tasked with finding the City of Gold?
Seriously?
I was. And though my hunt is now entangled with the rite of succession, I mean to see it through.
Who tasked you?
Well then, I understand completely. We all have our reasons for seeking the Golden City. Which is all the more reason for us to work together.
Just so.
But who's the mentor? Like, I really want to know.
She should have been back by now. What if something's happened to her? We need to tell Tobli and arrange a search party.
She might be right.
Do you hear that?
Oh. She got herself an alpaca.
I did it.
Oh man, she must be exhausted. That was literally all day and night.
You're utterly spent, and small wonder.
Well done, Third Promise.
The ranch isn't going anywhere. Take a rest in the tent.
For real, you're gonna need to get some sleep.
I think I will. Thank you all for believing in me.
Yeah, she definitely deserves that rest. Yeesh. That was rough. We were out for quite some time, but I'm glad local Lamont was able to catch her alpaca. And Arva choosing to share his history with us was a welcome surprise. Alphino was quick to lend a hand with dismantling the tent. Is this to be his new obsession now that he's mastered collecting firewood? Oh my god. Alice loves teasing her brother. Thanks to Alphino's healing hands, I can actually stand again. Maybe even walk. Nah, you're probably gonna be riding that alpaca. You need the rest. I spoke too much. If Wokelmont was up to it, we should be heading back to Tobli. Wokelmont has no serious injuries to speak of. However, she had clearly been pushed to the very limits of her endurance. I'm so relieved that third promise came back to us safely. And the alpaca she tamed is a healthy-looking beast. Surely this will be enough to satisfy the feat of gold. Kinda curious what this ice blue looks like. Ooh, I kind of like that, actually. Yeah, that has a nice accent to it. Actually, I'm kind of curious what the blades look like. I don't know. That might be too much for it. We'll not go with that one for now. My blue is minded to rush ahead of the village. Wokelmont still seems a bit unsteady on her feet. Hardly surprising after she spent the night chasing alpacas. You know what will melt away fatigue like magic, though? Mate tea. I'll run to the ranch and get Popperune. That way, you can take your time, and the tea will be ready when you arrive. As Mablue so wisely suggested, we shall set a slower pace for our exhausted third promise. But yeah, I'm liking this like subtle blue hint to it. It does well with the white. All right, let's head on back. Don't know why I got onto the chocobo. Okay, and we'll just head over to the ranch here. Came back ahead of the others, did you? I should hurry along with the tea then. Wokelmont can be that far behind. Oh, that tea really is magical. I feel better already. I see you become more comfortable around our fuzzy friends. Watching this one taught me a lot about alpacas, what grasses and fruits they eat, what sounds they react to, their adorable little quirks. I guess I've grown kind of fond of them. Welcome back, Third Promise. Accomplished the feat of gold, have you? Yes, there is no mistake of Valley Alpaca. I commend you on your success. Well done. Yes, we did it! Although I can't find a shiny one that Zeralgel did. I'd be surprised if he had. Golden alpacas are born but once every few decades. They are elusive, solitary creatures that are rarely seen, much less captured, thanks to their innate physical and magical gifts. Only a single other person is known to have caught one before, that being Gola Jaja himself. Papa was chasing alpacas too? So my grandfather's stories say. It was before the founding of Tulaladal, in a time when the mountain giants, the Yakul, held our people in thrall. Compelled by their overlords, our forebears would ride their alpaca mounts to the highlands to deliver gifts of food and other tributes. Those were wretched days to hear grandfather tell it. Then along came the young Gula Jaljab, yet unburdened by the mantle of Dawn Servant. Our people were amazed by this imposing two-headed figure, equal to the Yakul in stature, and puzzled by his entourage of mismatched companions. Some trembled in fear, believing a new conqueror had come. Yet Gula Jaja showed no such inclinations. He sat and spoke with us, sipping from the cups of mat tea we offered him, and grew somber when he learned of our plight. None could have anticipated when that visitor decided to do next. Gula Jaja ascended the cliff to face the giants, and freed the Pelu from the Yakul subjugation. He then turned an appraising eye upon our riders and proposed we take a road to the road to peddle our beverages. The suggestion seemed obvious for one who traded as he did, intent on fostering amity between the clans. So it was a few words from Gula Jaja that transformed us into a clan of itinerant merchants. I never heard that the bond Papa forged with a Pelu spoken of that in that way before. The saga is not so detailed. Then you may not know that Gula Jaja sought a sure-footed guide for his trek up into the highlands. Thus did he capture a golden alpaca. So both my brother and father caught the rarest of creatures, while an ordinary one was the best I could manage. The feat required no more than that, Third Promise. And he brought back a perfectly wonderful beast. Mablu's right. You're a perfectly wonderful beast. If anyone's ordinary, it's me. Not only did you accomplish the feat of gold, you also made trades and brought joy to many people in the true Pelu fashion. I sorely doubt your sibling could have achieved the same result. You should be proud of the accomplishments you've earned, which you earned your keystone. If anything, this should get her more focused for the next challenges to come. Five more to go. You're well on your way, Third Promise. We have been lost without you, Mablu. Thanks to you, I learned so much about the Pelu people and your customs. It might seem obvious, but I've come to realize the importance of properly knowing something. It was because I didn't understand alpacas that I was uncomfortable around them. I'm thankful to you as well, Wilclamont. You've given me the courage to say what I wasn't sure I could ever say. Totally, I want to leave the ranch and become a merchant. I appreciate everything you've done for me, and I loved every moment caring for the alpacas. But this is something I need to do. I need to walk my own path and make my own trades. As your parent, allow me to say one thing. I'm always trying to give my wards lives filled with words, people. I've always tried to give my wards lives filled with as much happiness as I could provide. Yet never once have I wanted them to be the only happiness you knew. You have my blessing to walk any path you choose, Mablu. It gladdens me to hear that you found a calling you wish to pursue with such passion. You'll make an exceptional peddler, I'm sure of it. Aw, that's sweet! Thank you, Toby. Now that's a parent right there. What did I tell you, Mablu? There's one thing I can help you with, I promise. You need to find the Golden City, right? That's the end goal. Yeah, I suggest you talk to the Hakoa. They once ruled over far more than just the Urkapacha and the Pelu Pelu. 1,000 years ago, they were the overlords of Yogg-Tothrall and all of its people. During that era, the Pelu was were commanded to search for a city of gold. They scoured every corner of the continent, but never found any trace of that fabled place. But if they didn't find anything, what could the Yakuza have to tell us? They may have not found it, but the fact they thought to look for it at all makes me curious. Perhaps there's value in delving into how the legend originated. We lost nothing from asking the question. Besides, if we're determined to follow the path of the saga, we'll be visiting the giants eventually. Oh, Cryo, I have a question I've been meaning to ask, and since we finished with the feat, where did you acquire that earring? My earring? Do you recognize it? Yes, pieces like it first became fashionable in Yogg-Tothrall about 20 years ago. Since then, it's become common to wear one as a charm for safe travel. 20 years ago, right about the time my grandfather made my journey. Yet, the Dawn Servant implied the earring was connected to the Golden City in some way. Surely there was more to its significance than simple fashion. If you want to know how it first came to be crafted, I could try to find out, seeing as it's a regular seller for many merchants. I'm curious to learn about it myself. I would appreciate that very much, thank you. Jumping feet first into the peddler business, eh, Mablu? Right then, that's 2 keystones down. I say we head back to Tulal and plan our next move. Farewell for now, and thanks for all your help. I will become Dawn Servant, so you make sure you set aside your best mezcal for the occasion. She has a fearsome opponent in the brother of hers. Even brought a golden alpaca to heal. But you heard Zora Jaja's supporters talk. They might see opportunity in his expansionist ambitions, but they find the man himself intimidating. Terrifying even. Whereas I've grown to love Wuklamon. Everyone she meets will come to love her. And that's why she'll win the throne. You might be right, Mablu. You might be right. Look at that. She's gaining more and more supporters every second. I expected as much from the moment I saw him, but winning the contest against Zara will not be easy. The Yellow Column once ruled the entirety of Yellow Todal. I'm curious to see what has become of them. I never dared hope we could find a lead for this earring mystery so quickly. This makes 2 out of the 7 keystones. So far, so good. It feels good to have the feat of gold safely under our belt, even if my victory pales beside his daughter Jal and his shining gold alpaca. I know I shouldn't let it bother me, and gods know you've all been so supportive, but I want to be strong, or wise, like my brothers, to be a promise that the people respect. Which is not likely if I stand here carrying on and on about things. Let's move on. Back to Zaplati with us. The contest has hardly begun. Alright, back we go. This is probably my favorite part of this day is the music. Oh, let's head on back to this. And we'll just go to the Bayside Bevy Marketplace. Oh, looks like we need to wait for them to render. I've heard there are a lot of hot springs in Urkapacha. Maybe timing permitting? I've not forgotten our obligation to Woklamat, of course. Having immersed ourselves in the culture of others, though, my anticipation for the new experiences this adventure will bring us has only grown. Neither Kana nor Bakajaja appear to be in Wakapelo. I imagine they're around somewhere, making progress even as we are. The Pelu remind me of Lalafell, never letting their size slow them down or hold them back. They move at their own pace, making their textiles and mezcal, raise alpacas to bear them to market. Idle musings aside, we made a good start of these challenges. Hopefully we can keep it up. I hope so too. That golden alpaca, alone. I may have tried to track the beast myself. Traveling with so large and diverse a group is unfamiliar to me. If you could see me now. Oh, is this your mentor that you talk about? Who's the mentor? Look at us. The contest has barely begun and we already have 2 keystones. Surely even my talented brothers aren't doing this well. We can only hope. So this is actually the perfect time for me to go ahead and end the stream. I'm actually starting to not feel so well. I'm probably just tired and not realize it. But I'd rather not risk it. So, as always, when it's time to end the stream, I always look to see who to raid. So if anybody has a suggestion to who to raid, please let me know. If not, we're going to see who's around. Let's see. Let's check the raid browser. Looks like everybody that I'm following is not streaming right now, so let's check to see who we can follow, stream it, who to raid instead. Let's see. Let's try this DK Diamantes. I think that's how I said it. And let's start up the raid. All right, and let's raid.